That's I, Sigmund Freud. I've arised from out of my sleep. I was sleeping deeply. And when I sleep, well, where do I go to sleep? Usually in the unconscious. Because when I'm sleeping, I'm not conscious of that fact. And I tuck myself in nice and tight. And, well, um, yeah, I tuck myself in underneath the subconscious while I'm unconscious. And I usually find that I've lost my ego when I do that, but I have my ego when I'm doing that. And when I go to sleep, I'm really bothered by my id. It's really dark in there. So anyway, there's been a lot written about me. I guess I'm a medical neurologist, psychoanalyst, deep thinking, Freudian, edible kind of guy with a sexually repressive nature that needs to be unleashed and out of my id and out of the unconscious and out of the subconscious and into the conscious mode. So I'm the guy you need to look up to from the deep because I reside in the deep. There's a song called Asleep in the Deep, by the way. I sang that as a child, Asleep in the Deep. So you could be deeply asleep and asleep in the deep at the same time. So usually you kind of wake up when you're really asleep in the deep because you're scared of stuff down there when you're asleep in the deep and deep asleep. I know I am. And, well, it's kind of like the icebergian approach. The icebergian approach, that's my new method, the icebergian method. Why? Because I'm Sigmund Freud and I can invent methods. We have the rhythm method, which usually gives birth. The rhythm method gives birth to ideas. And usually when they give birth to those ideas from the rhythm method, they've not been sexually repressed. They've been given full freedom to move about, be proactive, procreative, creating what? The Socratic method. So we see from not being repressed, using the rhythm method, we bring forth about a bang. It could be a loud bang or a loud banging to create the Socratic method or theocratic method. And usually we use those methods to psychoanalyze. So I guess I'm the father of psychoanalysis. I could be, well, let's see. The grandfather of psychoanalysis would be, well, what? Grandpa psychoanalysis dude. So anyway, Google has found me and Wikipedia has found me. So apparently I've risen from the deep into the present age of the Google doodling. And Google has a new bio on me. And it's not repressive. It's rather deep. And it's not, like I said, it's not repressed whatsoever. So I don't have my spectacles or my eyeglasses on or a cigar. But I have my couch. So you're welcome to freely associate here on my couch. Just when you please walk in, be careful and don't fall down and slip. I hate that when people come in here. You know, I've been accused of having Freudian slips constantly in my office. And I really don't like people who slip and fall and do so unintentionally. It's really not really a good psychological move to do a Freudian slip. Unless you have a date and you don't want to reveal too much of your subconscious, then you need to probably wear a Freudian slip. Just don't fall. So when you're wearing your Freudian slip, don't share too much of yourself, not too much skin. Keep it together, and keep it together down there, in the unconscious. So, anyway, slipping and falling happens to be a well, a human theme apparently. A lot of slippage going on, a lot of falling going on. A lot of falling from, well, someone fell from Grace. Grace was not holding on properly. Grace was actually very constrictive and was not holding and upholding people properly, and so the people fell from Grace. Now Grace is really upset because she was not wearing her Freudian slip properly and revealed too much, and therefore everyone fell from Grace. So it's up to me now, because I'm the neurologist, analytical, unrepressed, fully conscious, non-asleep, deep, Idian, ego dude, now residing in the chat room age. So, I think now we've found a way to use social media and the realm of, psycho apps to be unrepressed and to share ourselves freely on the internet through social media with what? With our psycho apps. So you can download that psycho app, probably from the unconscious, and feel free to, roam around there. Check out those psycho apps in the unconscious, and you find something you don't like, you can probably store it. But I would not suggest that. That's rather repressive. So we don't want to do that. So anyway, I'm this neurobiology guy, and apparently have some insight into the nature of things, mostly neuros, not to be confused with euros, unless you're purchasing thoughts. So if you're going to purchase a thought, make sure you have enough euros on hand, or not on hand, but, euros in mind. I had some euros in mind once. Yeah, I did. I had euros and neuros in mind. But the euros got really, they got messed up, those euros. They became what? They changed hands so many times, those euros. They became what? They became neurotic. So euros became neuros. And I study neuros because I'm the father of neuros. Since there's lots of neuros, I became the father of neurosis because there's many neuros, and like many zeros, they kind of go on infinitely. So I know a lot about neuros, but I'm currently all out of euros. I'm fresh out of euros, but that's okay. Who needs some euros when you have lots of neuros and you have lots of friendly neuros? Not to be confused with a Roman Nero. He wasn't too friendly, Nero, and he didn't use euros, but he was Roman. Was he Catholic? We don't know, but he was Roman. He was a Nero. Anyway, I don't know if he had insight into Neros, probably Romans. Anyway, I was just excited to see that the father of psychoanalytical everything is acknowledged by Google. And Google, I don't know where that term came from, but it suggests someone's unconscious was fully liberated and unrepressed to come up with a term that is really highly ridiculous. That makes me kind of giggle. And the only disappointing thing was I never acknowledged God. And I put man at the pinnacle of everything, at the center of everything. This was a theory I had, that there was the deep unconscious and subconscious. And I was unconscious of the fact that in my subconscious I was not aware consciously of a creator and a God. Hence my fall from grace. So apparently I pulled a big fraud on the human race because I didn't acknowledge a creator. And Uh, I just didn't acknowledge that, so I want to apologize for that and repent of that. And now I need a couch to lay down to or lay onto. But I don't want to go back to sleep. I like to be awake and not asleep in the deep. Anyway, so when you read about me, just tread gently and try not to hold it against me that I was probably repressed in the religious realm of acknowledging a God and a creator. And someone probably repressed me. So I'd like to apologize for that. I slipped and I fell. So forgive me for that. And enjoy your time in Austria if you go there. Say hi to Vienna. And be sure and read. And don't be afraid to go to sleep in the deep. You might wake up with some interesting insights. So, Sigmund Freud here. And I think I need to get dressed. I have to find my dress.